Hi, welcome to Slow Blinks TV. I'm Charles,
I'm Kristen.
and today we're talking about...
Santa Claus is coming to town. Quick disclaimer.
Okay.
While this movie is for children, we are adults and may make some adult jokes, so heads up. Slow blinks. Now, we've done a Rankin and Bass movie before. We actually did Rudolph's Shiny New Year.
You are a huge Rankin and Bass stop-motion fan.
I just enjoy it, and I find the animation very charming.
It's nice to see things in miniature.
Rankin and Bass, they mostly made stop-motion movies between, like, the 60s and 70s. They did a couple into the 80s, but stopped in the 80s. So we are in 1970 for Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Again, on the premise of pick a Christmas song, make a movie.
Yes.
They chose Santa Claus Coming to Town.
I believe that the song itself is from the 50s. It's not like a classic. It was like a pretty new Christmas carol when they made it into a movie. Arthur Rankin and Jules Bass.
So this actually came in a 3-pack that I got in like middle school with the two biggies, Rudolph and Frosty. And then they clearly just needed a third one. I was hoping it would be Year Without a Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's the other classic. I think that it's actually very good. And the reason why I think it's very good is because it teaches small children about how to resist the absurdities of a fascist state. Let's dive into this particular Christmas special. How do we start?
So we can talk a little bit about the characters. So Santa is voiced by Mickey Rooney.
Of Breakfast at Tiffany's fame. And a lot of other stuff.
And a lot of other stuff.
A lot of great stuff.
A lot of other stuff. Then we have the Winter Warlock.
Keenan Wynn, an old friend of the pod.
We don't have a pod.
The old Keenan Wynn has been featured on a previous episode of this show.
We talked about him in Kolchak the Night Stalker. Then we have the Burgermeister, Meister Burger, and Grimsley, who are actually voiced by the same person, Paul Frees. Now, Paul Frees is a go-to Santa Claus voice for them. He was actually Santa Claus in Frosty. Then we have our narrator,
S.D. Kluger.
He is voiced by Fred Astaire.
Yes, and it's a wonderful Fred Astaire puppet. And then Jessica, the love interest of the piece, is performed by Roby Lester. Also, she's the singing double for Eva Gabor's characters in The Rescuers. And in the Aristocats.
Cool. So it starts out with something we don't see anymore, which is movie news. I mean, this came out in 1970. I kind of imagine they'd sort of stopped by then.
It was really the movie Psycho by Alfred Hitchcock. He insisted that his movie be shown at a specific time and at specific time schedules so that people wouldn't like come in partway through the movie. And that changed a lot of the movie loop. That used to be like a thing where movie theaters used to just show a running loop of movies, newsreels, cartoons, and shorts.
And then we see S.D. Kluger with a truck full of mail.
Yes, and a very long chin.
He's definitely a caricature of Fred Astaire.
Yes.
I don't know how thrilled he was with the way that his puppet looked. Like, I don't know, why do you look like that, Fred? So S.D. Kluger's car kind of conks out, and we see him with a bag that says U.S. mail.
Yeah, very strange.
And then he proceeds to break U.S. mail law and open the letters to Santa.
I don't think that if you send a letter to a person who may or may not exist, it gives the federal employees the right to open the mail.
But that was the whole, like, clincher for Miracle on 34th Street.
That's true.
And that came before this.
Yep.
So we've already established that, yes, Santa Claus is a real person. And
you can open his mail.
No, and it is a crime for anybody except Santa Claus to open his mail.
Oh, okay.
My name's Special Delivery Kluger, SD for short. Oh, I've got lots of letters for Santa today.
Dear Santa, why do you come down the chimney when I'm asleep?
How about these?
Why do you have whiskers?
Why do you live at the North Pole?
Why do you leave presents outside?
Why do you always come on
Why is your
Christmas
sleigh
Eve?
pulled
Why
by
some
reindeer?
people call you Kris Kringle? Why?
Why?
Now, hold on. I can answer all your questions because I know everything about Santa.
Probably because he reads his mail all the time.
Yep. That's a good way to learn about a person. Read their mail.
I know what subscriptions he has.
I know who's mailing them junk.
But he's going to explain some things about Santa Claus. There's the intro credits as he does a dance. He actually dances at one point with the bag of U.S. mail. Now, that was much harder for the bag of mail because it had to learn the dance backwards
And in heels.
That's right. So he starts narrating the story, and it goes to Somber Town.
Somber Town.
Somber Town is the entirely gray town.
Now, the main reason for all this gloom was the mayor. A mean old grouch of a fellow who was known as Burgermeister Meisterburger.
Herr Bürgermeister, Herr Bürgermeister, look what was discovered on your front stoop.
What? What, Grinsley? The milk? The daily paper?
No, sir, a baby.
I would describe the way the little baby looks swaddled in his swaddling as like he's a little fatty.
He looks combustible.
Yes, he looks like you could pass him around a circle.
Oh, take the little baggage to the orphan asylum. That's the proper place for foundlings anyway.
Oh, the sleigh. It broke away. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, what I was going to say is that the voice of Grimsley, we already said, is Paul Frees.
Yes.
I had a flashback to VHSs that we had of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, right.
And one of the cartoons in those was Dudley Do-Right. His voice for Grimsley is exactly Inspector Fenwick.
My nephew Melvin. They say he's a spitting image of me. Do right, I want you to take care of the youngster. He's due to arrive on the 12:02.
The rope breaks, and he goes off into the woods. The animals also must think that he looks combustible because they sort of, it looks like they're going to build a fire over him. But I guess that's just to hide him from the Winter Warlock. When the Winter Warlock leaves, the animals drag him to Rainbow River Valley, where there is a house of happy elves called the Kringles.
Yeah, they're happy. They're also deeply annoying.
Yes, so all of the male elves are dressed just like we would expect Santa Claus to dress, and then they also have the same voice.
Wingle, bingo, jingle, zingle. What is it, Bingo? It's a baby, Zingle. A baby what, Wingle? A baby, Tingle.
A baby? What a splendid idea.
What will we call him, Tante Kringle? His license says Claus.
Unusual name. However, we shall call him Kris Kringle.
Yay!
But they have a Smurf situation going on. There's one woman in their group who's their mother figure. I don't know how you make more Kringles.
They just roll mom out from under the bed.
Oh, we just did X-Files. How's your cocoa?
It's pretty good.
Let's cheat out.
If you drop my cocoa, I'm going to be pissed.
Pissed.
So the elves raise Kris.
As soon as he was old enough, they set up a little school and taught him all the important things. How to read and write and talk and count stars on a crystal night and how to make toys.
Oh, years and years ago, the Kringles were world-renowned. For, you know, we were the very first royal toy makers. The first toy makers to the king.
So I have a theory based on the drawing of the king that the king was originally going to be a character in the film because there's a puppet that is not called King. He's a doctor that looks exactly like this drawing. The seals teach him how to laugh because for some reason that was a question.
We need to know why he laughs the way he laughs.
Ho, ho, ho. I don't think that sounds like a seal.
No, it doesn't.
So he grows up.
Right.
And he says, I'm a man now, Tanta. I can take the toys to the children of Somber Town. So Kris gets a Kringle suit like the other Kringles, and he is passing over the mountain of the Winter Warlock when he runs into an animal.
Why, you're a penguin. You're just about as lost as you could get. You better travel with me.
Who nears my mountain?
Come on, Topper.
Winter Warlock is great. I actually really love this character. He's a hermit.
I will say, I think that he definitely inspired the Ice King from Adventure Time.
Huh? I have nothing to do with this. Stop lying. We found your fingerprints at the crime scene. What? Really? No. Oh, well, then why would you say that?
They get away and they go to the town, but what happens before he gets there?
Before he gets there, there's an inciting incident.
Burgermeister, Meisterburger. As I suspected, you've broken your funny bone. Oh.
I'm gonna call him Dr. King, no relation. Dr. King says, you've broken your funny bone. But that's clearly not what he broke, because he's got a cast on his foot, and your funny bone refers to your humerus.
Yeah. It doesn't seem very serious. In fact, it seems very pretend. He does a lot of dancing.
Yeah, then he does a whole dance on his broken foot. He decides that because the toy hurt him, either they're going or I am going, and I am most certainly not going.
Give me all your toys by order of the Burgermeister.
We'll never play again.
Good morning, ma'am.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, young man.
Look, all I want to do is give away these toys.
Toys?
Toys?
Oh, get him out of here!
Help, get him!
What did I say?
He looks very different from everyone in town.
Yeah, he's very brightly colored. Everyone is very gray in town.
So the children, for some reason, are also gray, including their hair.
We did learn that there is a medical condition called Griscelli syndrome that can cause children to develop sort of like a gray complexion and gray hair.
So Kris goes to talk to some of the kids after being shunned by the adults, and they're really psyched about the toys.
Yeah.
And he's about to give them out when Miss Jessica approaches.
Miss Jessica is the school teacher.
They do give her an impossibly small waist.
Yeah, it's insane. I don't know where her organs are supposed to be in her body, but that's not a big deal.
She's a puppet, so, you know.
She doesn't have any.
She doesn't have any organs. She is like an armature.
What do you mean by giving the children toys? Don't you know toys are against the law?
What?
Yep, it's true.
Well, gee, that's kind of a silly law.
If the Burgermeister saw you, we would all be in great danger. What's that?
For you?
A China doll? I always wanted one when I was a little girl.
Watch out for that, Dolly. She's a hardened criminal, I hear.
Well, maybe it is a silly law.
Oh, what do you say you help me hand out these presents, huh? It's too big a job for one oversized Kringle and a little lost penguin.
Now, I know everybody already knows Santa Claus is coming to town, the song, but this one, once you've seen the movie, really sticks out.
If you sit on my lap today, a kiss, a toy is the price you'll pay. When you tell what you wish for in a whisper, be prepared to pay. If you sit on my lap today, a kiss, a toy is the price you'll pay. When you sit on my left knee, don't be stingy, be prepared to pay.
Was Santa on the list?
Well, a lot of it's redacted, and there's no evidence he went to the island.
No, he did go to the island at the end of Rudolph.
Oh my god. Now he's caught by the Burgermeister. He tries to appease him the same way as he appeased Jessica by giving him a toy.
It works pretty well to start.
I used to be able to do all kinds of tricks. Excuse me, sir, but you're breaking your own laws. What? Arrest him! Arrest him!
They end up on the mountain of
the Winter Warlock,
where they are actually caught this time by very frightening living trees. Wasn't there living trees in Wizard of Oz too?
Yes, it's the trees that throw the apples.
Then we actually see the Winter Warlock. Kris has a move up his sleeve.
Now, it's a move that you might not expect.
Mustn't mind the tree monsters. Their bark is worse than their bite. A choo-choo. I've always wanted one.
What's that?
My icy heart. It's melting.
Great.
Ah, but will it last?
Yeah, I think a toilet thing happened and then he just felt a lot better.
He says that he is changing from bad to good. Anyway, we get a song. The song doesn't make sense.
No, and it's not a song for this special.
Put one foot in front of the other, and soon you are walking across the floor. You put one foot in front of the other, and soon you are walking out the door.
It's at this point that Winter shows off the magic crystal ball.
He's got his little palantir.
And Jessica's looking for him. Kris goes to her and she has letters.
Yes, she has letters from the children.
Because the Burgermeister destroyed all of the toys that he delivered.
Which is insane.
So he takes Winter back to his house. They decide that Winter's going to live with the Kringles. Like, they needed another dude in that house.
We literally just needed someone tall enough to reach some of the stuff we got used to Kris getting.
So Kris delivers toys again. He had told Miss Jessica to have the kids leave their houses unlocked. Old BM says that the town must be locked at night. Topper gives him the idea.
Yeah, Topper gives him the idea.
To go through the chimney. I always wonder how he gets in if the fires are lit. I mean, this is a northern town in winter. Again, the Burgermeister is baffled. Now they're going to be searching the houses. The only place that Kris can think to hide the toys is the stockings that hang by the fire. These are huge stockings, by the way. We see one of the homes being searched. It's Dr. King's home. Again, no relation. They leave and the kids spill all of the presents out of the giant stocking. Now the mayor's very angry. They go and arrest all of the Kringles plus the Winter Warlock. And they also arrest Kris going down a chimney. And he's about to climb back up, but then they're like, we got your penguin, buddy.
Right. And that's enough.
I feel like I'm saying this whole thing.
No, that's okay. You can do the whole thing. I'm chiming in.
So Jessica pleads with Burgermeister, you must set them free, please. And he dismisses her.
Yes.
And this is where we have her song.
Her song is trippy as heck. Like she smoked a little fatty, like that little fatty from the beginning of the movie.
Lost above the fields and lost among the winds, my world is beginning today.
Anyway, Jessica goes to the prison and talks to the Winter Warlock. And is like, how can we break you out of here? And he's like, alas, I have been disenchanted. And then it looks like he's going to flash her, but it's just the stuff in his robe.
I do like that bit, though. It's funny.
One of the things is definitely just like a rope, like a full rope. So I like to think that in these like old-timey German prisons, instead of like taking that stuff away, you actually got one.
They're like, here's a rope in case. The other thing, though, that he has corn.
And Jessica says, magic feed corn. And what I want him to say is, yes, it doesn't digest when you eat it. And then Jessica's like, isn't that all corn? Oh, yes. And it also makes reindeer fly. So the deer somehow get into the jail so that they can fly everyone out. The Burgermeister does see them and swears that he will get them. They apparently fly back to the Kringle compound. And it has been burnt.
They really went whole hog.
Yes. And then they also decided to put up wanted posters that say, wanted dead or alive.
Which is crazy.
This is a children's movie, but the posters won't help them. Why not?
Because I don't remember why.
He grew a ginger beard.
Oh, okay.
And nobody will recognize the giant ginger with the giant ginger beard.
Right. It would be like if Conan O'Brien
grew
an orange beard.
And this is when Tanta's like, you cannot use your Kringle name anymore. When we found you, you had a little license that said Claus. What is his first name when his name is Claus?
Santa. Saint Nicholas.
Now, they also do not ever say Nicholas.
No.
So do you think it's because they didn't want to animate the whole Nicholas thing where like he finds the three kids and like resurrects them out of the
barrels?
Out of the pickling jar or whatever?
I hadn't even thought about that.
So it is this name that he asks Jessica to share with him. And they can't really go to a town because he's wanted, so they get married under a Christmas tree.
Gave gifts of love, of love.
They have to go north, 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 and they go to the North Pole, build a castle.
We're going to move to the coldest place on the planet and then build something that's very difficult to heat.
And they resume toy making.
Yep.
We find out that he's like delivering to more and more kids, and then he has to restrict it to just one night a year because it's too much. He's getting old.
Yes.
And they pick the holiest night of the year.
Saturnalia.
Yep. And then we find out that the Burgermeisters died off. So then they just sort of hang a picture of Santa and his reindeer, like, oh, that's nice, in the hall. So now Fred Astaire's back in the woods and is like, hey, it's getting late. You disembodied voices should go home.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So he starts driving and he sings,
Santa Claus is coming to town. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
So if you want to watch the fourth best Rankin and Bass movie,
you can see it on the Fox Family Channel.
The Fox Family Channel. But you have to go back and watch it like 25 years ago, maybe?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us on our lovely little holiday excursion. And we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
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 Goodbye. Now, my question is, what do the toy makers give these adults for their honeymoon?
Rings and plugs.
Wow.